Hi, Collective. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, you guys. Welcome back into the channel. So, you guys, this is our Divine Masculine weekly check in. Hi, my Divine Masculines. How are you guys doing? Welcome back in. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support of the channel. It's truly, truly appreciated. I got to check in on you guys and see how you guys are doing. Hopefully, you guys have still been able to, move forward in life feeling encouraged, ambitious, ready to accomplish some new goals. But just in general, just talking to my divine masculines, I feel like your energy has been a little bit sorrowful. And I won't say that's the whole collective, but it definitely feels like the energy for my divine masculines is a little bit sad. I feel like it could be sad because a lot of realizations, a lot of you are awakening to truths when it comes to the people in your life. And this could be family, this could be friends, this could be, lovers, spouses. But I feel like a lot of you may be seeing people a little bit differently. Your perspective about those people who say they love you or you say that you love is changing a little bit. And for some of you, it's not in the best way. And so I feel like there's this energy of kind of feeling shocked, surprised, definitely, taken aback, because I think you guys really weren't expecting to start to have a new perspective about your life just in general, let alone the people who you spend the most time with. I feel like that is coming with a level of healing that I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to do a lot more of, starting to look deeper at certain behaviors, certain traumas from your past that have affected a lot of your relationships up until this point, things like that. But as hard as it may be in those moments of realization, it's going to be different, for most of you guys when that happens. But understand that it is leading you to someone better. Oh, wow. I meant to say somewhere better, but I ended up actually saying someone better. So this could be pertaining to some of you guys who are currently in relationships and you are realizing that you're not with the right partner. You're not with the right lifetime partner. And that could be a shock because this is probably someone you've been with for, 5, 10, 15, sometimes even 20 years. And it's kind of like at that point, how do you switch directions in life? It becomes very difficult, especially when you have a foundation with this person, you have kids with this person, your families are intertwined with each other. So it could be definitely a difficult thing to try to make a decision about if there is a need for change. So I just wanted to let you guys know I am in your corner. I'm thinking about you. Don't fear. Keep moving forward, even when it seems tough. Pray about it, ask for guidance, take time alone if that's what you need to truly get your thoughts in order and keep your thoughts clear about any future decisions that you might need to make. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, let's tap in. I'm going to give you guys a spread from inner wisdom. I just want to see, what's actually going on in your life. After that, I will give you some, advice about some hidden strengths and abilities that you guys could use dealing with some situations you might have going on. I will pull one card for romance to kind of see, what the major energy in romance is for you guys. I will pull one card for career and then one card for money. And then I will also get you your angel number at the end. All right, Divine Masculines, let's go. And then welcome back, all of my current followers and subscribers. Thank you guys so much again for being here. And anybody new that found the channel, welcome in, you guys. You are always welcome with so much love and without judgment. All right, Divine Masculine is the first card out. Generational curses in the reverse. Rise above your past and allow the cycle to end with you. With it being in reverse, you guys are having a hard time with this. And it makes sense. It kind of goes with the energy that I was feeling. You know, a lot of you are coming to realizations about patterns, right? Family patterns, toxic behaviors within a family dynamic, that you've come across, that you've started to see, realize is present. And that realization has been a little bit difficult for some of you guys because it's, again, something that you weren't expecting. You were not expecting to have this realization. You were not expecting to have to deal with making these major decisions in life because of these realizations. But a lot of you have been enlightened that you've been stuck in these generational curses, these family dynamics that are patterns that are very hard to break most of the time. And it could be a struggle for you. But let's keep going. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like it's hard to survive dealing with the situation right now. Absolutely. Because again, I think you weren't expecting the realizations that you're having at this time. You weren't expecting to find out the information that you're finding out right now about some of the people that you truly care for. And sometimes it's hard to swallow. Survivor in the upright, it says when everyone counted you out, you made it through because you're a survivor. I feel like you feel there's so much against you that it's kind of like, how do you really get yourself out of a situation where there's so many things against you right now? So many challenges, so many battles that you would have to face, fight, overcome. So it may seem a little bit overwhelming for you right now. Let's see, what else for my divine masculines? Yeah, I feel like, again, a lot of you, confirmation, are in contemplation. But it says it's time to suck it up. Suck it up, buttercup. We all make mistakes. We can't always have things our way. And now that you know that, what are you going to do about it? Again, some of you guys are in a position to make changes and make them quickly now that you're having these realizations. And some of you are not. So this is going to be a true test of your strength at this time. It's going to be a true test of how you are going to handle a situation that may be very challenging. How are you going to keep yourself together amongst all of the chaos? What are you going to do to keep your mental space in order? Choose to meditate on good things, because whatever you choose to contemplate on the most is what the universe will give you. So you can be in this situation and look at it two ways, have two different perspectives on it. You can look at it and say, I'm stuck in a situation, my life is going up in shambles. I have no good luck. Nothing good is happening for me. And these are the things that you can mentally stay focused on and constantly say in your head or to yourself over and over and over again. Or you can slow down and you can truly sit and meditate, right, on what's happening and look at it in a way that maybe this is giving you an opportunity to change a situation that maybe you weren't very happy in to begin with. Maybe this is the opportunity, but it is disguised as chaos. So, everything right now for you, divine masculines, is going to be about perspective. I don't know why I'm just getting this. Some of you guys may have had a loss. My condolences. Either a child or someone close to you in the family, older parent, family member. Again, I understand that it could feel like it's hard to get out of the mud, get out of the grudge right now. I understand. It could feel tough. It could feel like you don't have any solutions, like you're always going to be stuck under the murky water with no way to rise above it. And I know, again, I understand. It feels like you can't move on from it. I understand. And I know that deep down, there is this desire to be able to move on from people, places, and things and situations that you find yourself in that you most likely chose. But at the time that you chose them, maybe it was because you were people pleasing, maybe it was because you felt obligated to family. It could be a situation where somebody, got you caught up. It happens. It happens all the time. Yeah, yeah. Sacrifice. You feel like whatever you chose wasn't worth it. And that's why you feel stuck. I feel like a lot of you have been in prayer, which is good. If you need direction, you definitely need to ask for it. You need to ask for what it is you need in this moment that will help you make a good decision moving forward. What is the next step? You need clarity. What happened? What happened to you? Now is not the time to give up or give in. You've come too far to give up now. And the reverse, I know that it feels like you just want to give up. Like I said, I understand. It's the energy that I'm feeling. But you have to remain flexible. You have to remain open minded, is what I'm really getting from this flexibility. Sometimes it is just best to go with the flow because everything in life is not always going to go the way that we want it to. But don't break. You may have to change again that perspective, that mindset, how you look at the situation, but never allow a situation to break you all the way down to where you feel like you cannot rise again. Never give something that much weight, that much control over your mind, over your body, over your soul. Divine masculines, you guys are strong by nature, and I understand that a lot of you have gone through a lot of heartbreak, disappointments, trauma from childhood that maybe you haven't even addressed yet. But you still have that divine, that masculine energy within you. Maybe it's been pushed down at this moment because maybe you feel a little bit overwhelmed. Completely understandable, but I don't want you to stay there. I want you to figure out what perspective do you need to have that will help you to survive this situation? What plans do you need to start making in order to allow you to move through this situation in the best way possible that's going to be best for you? If there's other people that are connected to you that you have to make decisions for, what's going to be best for all of you. But don't ever give up. Just gain a different perspective on the situation. And I understand that could be hard in the moment. Sometimes you have to be in solitude again in order to truly have clarity. Sometimes you need prayer and solitude. You need moments and stillness in the quiet. Take time to be alone. Tune out the noise and chaos of the world and tune into your inner peace. It is there. And I feel like if you really truly take that time, you will find that you just know what to do. There will be a moment where it just clicks for you and you'll understand. A few more for my divine masculine. I understand right now you might be guarded against a lot of people. Like I said, if you are gaining new perspectives about your situation, there are probably a lot of people that you have around you that you are concerned about, that you feel like you can't trust now. You're giving a whole bunch of people a side eye. You're questioning your relationships, your connections, how real they have been or how fake they have been, and how long. Again, I can understand the questions that you probably have, the thoughts that you're having. But at the same time, I want you to still make sure that any decision that you are making is coming from a quiet mind, not a chaotic one, not an overly emotional one, because sometimes we make decisions in the moment when we're emotional that we can't take back, right? So I understand being guarded, but don't push away the people who are there to support you through it. Again, I understand you could be questioning some of those people in your life. I feel like you definitely have a family dynamic, maybe an older son and a younger son, two sons. Some of you guys have an older daughter, or maybe a daughter that's junior high school age. Yeah, maybe a couple of daughters as well. When the Creator made you, she broke the mold. There is not another person on earth like you. Celebrate being different. This is just a reminder for you, my divine masculines, to understand that you were created for a purpose. And while I understand your world might be changing, the perspective that you might have on your life at this time may be changing. You're gaining some information that's giving you a new perspective. Understand and remember that you were created for a role, that you are still important in the situation. You are special. There's nobody else like you. There is nobody else that can take your place. And that you truly mean a lot to a lot of people. Even if you're questioning some of the relationships right now, that is normal. Sometimes you need to reevaluate your relationships because sometimes people don't grow with you. Sometimes you end up growing and moving forward and wanting to expand. And sometimes you find that other people around you want to keep things exactly the same because they don't like change. And that causes you not to be on the same page as those same people that you've had in your life for a very long time. It happens quite often. So sometimes you have to go through your friends list, on your social media page and figure out who is truly still a friend and who is just there just to be there, just to keep tabs on you, but who is actually really there to support you in your growth, in your evolution. Okay? But remember who you are. Yeah, you don't need to be trapped in your head. You don't need to be trapped in your head here. Okay. But if you need support, don't be afraid to ask. Don't keep everything inside and not ask for the support that you need. Because at some point in life, we all need a level of support. Sometimes life and the things that are going on can become unmanageable, but I feel like I think you can handle this situation. I just think that it caught you off guard. I don't think you were ready to truly see or learn something, some level of information that you've learned. But now it's time, really, again, to just kind of go into solitude, pray about it, keep an open mind, be flexible, right? To understanding a different perspective. Yeah, bottom of the deck, epiphany. Like I said, a lot of you guys have come across some new information that has enlightened you in some way, giving you a completely different perspective about your life that you were not prepared for. But understand, no matter how big or small the information, knowledge is power. Okay? I'll give you some, talk about your strengths and abilities to handle this. For my divine masculines, what's the most important hidden strengths and abilities of the divine masculines at this time? Let's remind them of how amazing they are, how much strength they truly have in order to deal with this situation. What are the most important strengths and abilities needed for my divine masculines at this time? Wow. Beautiful. Gratitude. Absolutely. I will never stop saying it. Love, yes, is the highest vibration, but gratitude is right up there next to it. Gratitude brings more joy and abundance. So even if you are going through a situation right now that feels chaotic, a little overwhelming, have you been overlooking the good in your life? Again, take moments to appreciate what you have. This mindset will attract even more positivity. Having gratitude, even amongst a situation that seems uncertain, will bring you clarity, will bring you more joy rather than more chaos. Mindset, boundary. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for your well being. Do you feel overwhelmed by others? Like I said, right now, you need to be in solitude. You need to truly take some time for yourself, slow yourself down so that you can create that boundary that you need from however many people it is, it doesn't matter. So you have time to truly pray and find direction, gain clarity, because you are overwhelmed by others around you. So sometimes we need to create boundaries in solitude. Clearly define your limits to protect your emotional and mental space. Exactly. To stay out of your head, you need to find time in solitude and have boundaries. What else for my divine masculines? Link, attract. You are attracting people and opportunities that align with your energy. Are you dissatisfied with your current surroundings? This is exactly what we've been discussing, right? Shift your mindset and energy, and you'll begin attracting what you desire. Confirmation of everything that we've just been talking about. It's time to gain a new perspective about the situation. And as you change your mindset and energy, you will start to attract the things you truly desire or that you will need, the direction you do need to go. It is all about your mindset as you deal with this change. Some of you guys are married. This could be a very difficult situation considering you have a spouse to consider. This could be the person that maybe you've gained some new information in regards to, could be heartbreaking, but you definitely need to have a different perspective about your union with this particular person. Marriage is a blend of love, trust, and responsibility. Are you lacking that in your marriage? Is your spouse the person you need to create boundaries with? Are you considering a deeper commitment with this person? Maybe you aren't married yet and it's something you're thinking about, but maybe you just found out some information that's making you have to take a pause. Just ensure that you are ready for the responsibilities and challenges that come with it. It is definitely not something to take lightly. A few more. Union, universe. Your connection to the universe is stronger than you think. And right now, I feel like you need to reconnect if you haven't, or if you are, it is stronger than you think. Have you felt disconnected lately? Reconnect with your inner spirit and the world around you. The universe is always guiding you. The universe is always ready to assist and be there. Once you start to decide and ask for direction, you will get the help that you need. One more. Oh, they wanted to give me two more. And yeah, accept is a huge one. Acceptance is a huge one. Accepting things as they are can be a powerful step forward. Like I said, I feel like you have to make a decision to move forward. But it's definitely not an easy decision, but you have to accept the situation for what it is. You may be resisting change lately. Let go of control, and you'll discover peace and new opportunities in the present moment. So once you have accepted the situation, once you gain that perspective, there's acceptance, then you will definitely let go of control. That's a huge one, a very difficult one. But once you can do that, you'll discover that you can find peace. You'll have peace of mind because you are now allowing the universe to guide you. You are allowing things to flow. There won't be resistance on your part. Other people may not like the decisions that you have to make, but this is about you accepting it so you know what you need to do. New opportunities will start to present themselves. And then the other one that came out is purpose. Yeah. For some of you guys, this is going to help you move towards your true purpose. Your purpose is guiding you forward. Have you been feeling lost? Refocus on what truly matters to you and pursue the things that bring meaning and fulfillment. So maybe this is where you're realizing that there's a lack of fulfillment in your life and you are ready to move towards whatever that is. This situation, this epiphany, this new information, this enlightenment about where you are right now, the people in your life right now that you're surrounded by, is giving you the enlightenment that you need in order to proceed forward. It's showing you that you are not at the destination where you're supposed to be. And it's time to start moving forward. All right, Divine Masculines, I'm going to just pull one general romance and love card just to see what the energy is in that department for you guys at this time. Romance and love for the Divine Masculine. What's the general energy for my Divine Masculine? Very appropriate. Trust. Trust is a very big issue for you guys right now. And this is why this message is coming out. You are questioning the people in your life, and there's a lot of them with all of these hearts here. There's a lot of people in your life that you are looking at, like this person is staring at all of these hearts and really trying to decide which ones are safe to hold, to keep, which ones need to stay on the wall because you need to remain guarded. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. And I feel like this is a realization that you are having. Again, this could be pertaining to a marriage and the person that you are with at this time. You are now questioning a lot of past situations, a lot of past events that happened between the two of you, trying to figure out when you started to feel like you couldn't trust them. And I understand that that is very hard, probably, to have to even think about, contemplate on. But it is about accepting the situation for what it is. Stop trying to control the situation to make it be what you fantasize it to be, and truly looking at it for what it is. If there is a question of trust, there is a question of trust for a reason. And it's time for you to be more guarded, set more boundaries in order for you to truly find clarity in your heart space. All right. Let me pull one for life and career. It's the most important energy for the divine masculines at this time. What is the most important energy? Okay. Base, vessel, growth, bloom. I feel like this is pertaining to your vessel, who you are. It's time for you to grow and blossom. You're ready for growth. A new opportunity will soon fill your life with vibrant possibilities. Yeah. I feel like as you start to blossom, as you start to bloom, as you start to nurture your purpose, your desire to be better, to grow, I feel like this is where you are. This is what you are desiring. Especially now that you realize that you may have to walk away from a situation that you are currently in. You're ready for expansion, growth in another direction, to blossom, to feel free, possibly. Because maybe this situation, this relationship that you've been in, maybe you've been feeling stuck. Maybe you've been feeling like you can't grow within this dynamic. Interesting. And then for money, you have workplace relationships. Foster positive relationships at work. Be respectful, collaborate effectively, and support your colleagues to create a harmonious work environment. Now, what's interesting is that this came out in the reverse. So I feel like you're struggling with collaborations at work at this time. You're struggling with work relationships. You're not agreeing with the people around you, your colleagues. It's not a harmonious environment at this time. So again, you are even questioning possibly what you're even doing in regards to your career, regards to your money. Possibly you work for family, or family is involved, or maybe these are just long-term colleagues or people you've known for a while. And again, I feel like for a long time you treasured those relationships, those colleagues, that work relationship. It excited you. You were excited to go there every single day, put in the time, the effort, your energy. It was a passion. I feel like right now, again, with that epiphany, I feel like you have started to see people in a different light. Those relationships don't feel harmonious. There's a lot of fighting. Collaborations are being affected. So your heart You don't no longer trusting the situation as you once did. Your heart is not truly open to it like it once was. It feels a little lackluster to you, possibly right now. So you're even questioning those relationships as well and trying to decide what direction to go in when it comes to that. Like I said in the beginning of the message, Divine Masculines, I definitely feel the sorrow. I feel the weight, the burden of trying to find a better direction, a new direction, a happier direction, a direction where your heart space feels full, where your inner self feels fulfilled. I feel like it's lacking in multiple areas of life right now. So it feels overwhelming. It feels like there's so much going on. But I will always say these moments are moments to reflect. These are the moments where it's time to tap in to figure out, okay, how did I get here and what's the next step? What direction do I really want to go in? Because if you're not happy here, then it's time to start to find your happy place again. Let me get you some energy from the cosmos with some advice. Then I'll get you your angel number. The advice for the divine masculines. Discover the treasures within, follow your passion. Like I said, it's time for you to now discover who you are, what direction you now are ready to go in, what makes you feel passionate, divine masculines. What else? Yeah, what's going to make you feel prosperous again? Prosperity comes from hard work and a love for life. I feel like you have lost this feeling and you're ready to find that again. How do you get there? It's time to discover what's going to get you back to this feeling of prosperity. What else? Now that you have awareness, right? Maintain awareness, be present in every moment. So now that you have these epiphanies, you are starting to truly see people, the situation, accepting the situation. You are now aware. Don't close your eyes again. Leave them open. Stay present in the moment so that you are constantly now gaining new information, because this is how you're going to know what to do, what the next steps are. Okay, one more. One more for the divine masculines. And have compassion. Compassion is the warmth of the soul. Give it to others and yourself, mostly yourself at this time. Beautiful. Because I know how hard my divine masculines can be on themselves when they don't feel like their lives are in order, when they feel like they don't have direction. You feel like you've lost your purpose, but you haven't. You are just redirecting at this time. You are rediscovering where your passion needs to go, the new direction of your passion. That's all that's happening right now. You are not a failure. You have accomplished so much. Obviously, to be at this point in life, never not honor your accomplishments, the things that you have done already. That matters. You are just now maybe at a crossroads of discovery to try to figure out which fork to now take, which direction to now go. And you need to figure out the one that's going to make you feel passionate, that you are going to trust again from your heart space, that makes you feel prosperous. Your heart always knows. All right, let me get your angel number to close this out for my divine masculine. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. hope that you've been enjoying the message. I feel like you guys will be okay as long as you're not so hard on yourself. I'm not going to yell at you guys or anything. I'm just saying, my divine masculines, I know how you guys are. You guys, keep a brave face out in the open all the time. But deep down, when you guys are alone and you're sitting in your trucks and your cars at night after being away from everyone for a moment, I know you guys cry. You have moments of tears, hard ones, deep rooted sorrow that nobody ever sees. But it is because the world has such a heavy weight already expected to be on your shoulders. There's so much expected of you on a daily basis. You are expected to hold it together when nobody else has it together. You are expected to be protectors, providers, right? Lovers, friends, fathers, sons, brothers. There's a lot of responsibility and a lot that is expected, but still understand that you are still human. You still have feelings. It's okay to not always feel strong. And I understand that you also need a safe space to be able to express those moments of vulnerability. I don't call that weakness. Understand that when you are vulnerable, it is a measure of your strength because it takes strength to be vulnerable. But you also need a safe space to be able to express that vulnerability. Trust me, I see you. I understand. And I feel like you will figure this out. Show yourself some compassion. Don't talk down about yourself in your head. Every time you start to think something negative, find something positive to think about. You will find the way. You will find your answers. You will find your next purpose. Angel number 857, creative flow. You are ready. Your angels are telling you that the creative flow of ideas is coming fast now. There's a lot being fed to you, and it's not essential that you remember or absorb it all right now. Sit quietly in meditation for a few minutes and write down anything that comes up. Continue to write things down throughout the day. So I feel like for you guys, again, this is pertaining to the information that you are receiving that's going to help you know what direction you need to go in. Journal. I say this all the time. If you've been with me, journal. Write down any thoughts that you have that are creative, ideas for expansion. Write them down. I'm going to give you guys another one. Synchronicities. 279. Look for signs. Things that keep happening are connected even if they don't seem to be. The recent patterns in your life are signals from your angels. Today, ask for follow-up signs and remember that angels speak with lots of repetition. So repeating numbers, repeating names, seeing the same shapes. Draw a second card later today and see what your angels have to say after you've spent some time paying more conscious attention. Well, I'm going to pull another one right now. Let's see. Beautiful. My divine masculines, have faith. Angel number 400. Your angels hear you. Like I said, talk to them. Your angels have heard your prayers and felt your struggles. They stay with you and remind you that everything has a purpose, even though you may not understand it now. Remember that you are never alone. Do a full body stretch now and ask your guides to send you love, peace, and signs. Trust what you see and feel when you wholeheartedly ask for these messages. Beautiful final angel number So needed for my beautiful and amazingly strong divine masculines. I have faith in you. I know that you can get through this situation, and it's better on the other side of it. Focus on your mindset. Keep loving your heart. Boundaries against those you need boundaries with. Reevaluate where it's needed. Okay? But I believe in you. All right, divine masculines, that is your check in for this week. Thank you for allowing me to support you, to keep you encouraged. Hopefully, this message gave you some food for thought, help you keep going in some way. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. But until next time, you guys, bye.